Today we we brought back the electric lawnmower, a $10 electric lawnmower. We're going to try and make ourselves a $20 electric bike. Yeah, the yard is pretty neat. So we're making a $20 electric bike. The idea is take this $10 motor to end it here. We slap it on a battery. Assume the battery is what you have, you know. Put this on a gear it down, put it on my bicycle I got for free, right? So you put this, I'm gonna put the gear I got from maybe like right here, start up right here, maybe one of these, maybe one of these gears or something. Make sure the gear's bigger on one side, lower on the other side, and just put it right onto the back of a mountain bike gear, and then never shift in the mountain gear. And then all I have to do is connect the electric circuit and have an electric bike. See if it works. Try first contact with you. I know this motor works before, but we'll see if it works now. There's testing this. Yeah, we're looking good. We got the motor working. Okay, now I have to put a button on there. I have to gear it. Put a button. Probably have to put a swag clutch on it too. That way, if you do a swag clutch, which is like, you know, when you hit brakes on the bicycle, it hits like a wall, right? When it goes over here, it bumps over the wall. Like it's a swag clutch, right? Put 2 swag clutches, now you can make an axle with 2 motors. But right now we're just going to do a gear with 1 motor and see how it plays. Try first contact with you. I know this motor works before, but we'll see if it works now. There's testing this. Yeah, we're looking good. We got the motor working. Okay, now I have to put a button on there. I have to gear it. Put a button. Probably have to put a swag clutch on it too. That way, if you do a swag clutch, which is like, you know, when you hit brakes on the bicycle, it hits like a wall, right? When it goes over here, it bumps over the wall. Like it's a swag clutch, right? Put 2 swag clutches, now you can make an axle with 2 motors. But right now we're just going to do a gear with 1 motor and see how it plays. Try first contact with you. I know this motor works before, but we'll see if it works now. There's testing this. Yeah, we're looking good. We got the motor working. Okay, now I have to put a button on there. I have to gear it. Put a button. Probably have to put a swag clutch on it too. That way, if you do a swag clutch, which is like, you know, when you hit brakes on the bicycle, it hits like a wall, right? When it goes over here, it bumps over the wall. Like it's a swag clutch, right? Put 2 swag clutches, now you can make an axle with 2 motors. But right now we're just going to do a gear with 1 motor and see how it plays. I need an electric switch to turn the battery on off. So it's good as anything. Doesn't look like anybody's using this one. It's broken, so I'm just going to try and install it until I find the wire connections, and then it should be my switch. They say with this grinder, I was able to grind my way to the wires. I'm going to go up the wires and see what I can get a connector. Maybe I can use the direct connector, you know? We have a multimeter win. I pull the trigger, it connects. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So I'm going to have a trigger for my bicycle. Woo! Fast battery, through a switch to motor. If I pull switch, it does spin. A little bit of automatic lawn soldering to get those contacts good. Hold the beautiful yard soldering and electrical tape and yard burning. Yes, yard soldering. And I'm ready for the sparks to fly. It's the little engine that didn't. That's it. So get the rest of the grinding going on. The director's cut. Unattended pun over there. Hammer a little bit. I don't know, my sledge pop the hammer should be good. Okay, it's not. Bring the grinder back in the picture, because we do not want to hurt that gear. No point we got this thing. could have, man. We'll be removing this somehow. We'll figure a way to move this, and this will be our gear down. Big gear, small gear, torque. I think the real limiter is the horsepower, but we can always gear down. Maybe. We can always get a better horsepower or something. I don't know. Go through the motion. I'll be doing a 6:2 ratio, and then I'll probably do a 6:2 ratio off my flywheel. So my motor is going to attach to this, and then this will gear down to 2, so I get a 3-to-1 ratio. And if I have another big one like this, down to another 6, down to 2, that's 9 times the ratio. So a chain to this, to that, and this chain will go down to my bike. If I do it right, I might have enough energy to move. So my motor's weak, so I'm trying to like lighten the flywheel by putting drill holes through it. That's not a flywheel, it's a sprocket. Also known as a bike gear. I just learned what a sprocket was. Hey, Mike Myers, silent left. Woo. Drill out. Whoop, whoop, drill out. Just for closure, I destroyed this piece. All right, this piece was my flywheel. It wasn't very good of a flywheel, so I will just demonstrate, like with really bad physics drawing, what we're trying to make. Okay, so it's a bicycle here, handlebars here. I guess there's some sort of banana seat here. Maybe for streamers, right? Anyway, the electric switch goes here. The battery would be back here. 2 batteries probably. And then, okay, so I need to do a hanger for the gear, right? The electric motor comes here. Electric motor goes here. Hits a gear, right? That gear, let's see, I can get this, I can't get that here. This gear right here that I sawed off, okay? Imagine this gear right here, okay? This gear right here I sawed off goes to the top of my bike. See, that looks like a bicycle almost, like a bicycle. Made it look like less like a bicycle, right? Anyway, so the gear goes here, right? Motor goes to the gear. I put like a bottle cap and all sorts of glue in there, and then I was going to put the motor in there so it'd spin that. So it spins this gear. All right, put a chain on this gear. This gear goes down, chain goes down to this thing here. It's called a flywheel. One side will turn, like turn freely if the bicycle is going forward. Say my bicycle going forward, it'll turn freely, but if the motor engages, it'll push the other direction, right? So it would do that, and then there's a flywheel here. This would go on to the bike chain. So this bike chain right here, it's a multiple, looks like a multiple gear, and multiple gear, right? And there's multiple gears here in each one of them, right? And if I put the chain on this bottom gear here, the smallest one, you get better torque, right? If you say big gear, the small gear, it turns speed, it slows your speed down, but it gets more force around this one, right? The small gear at the back of the bike here, back of the bike. The back of the bike, normally they have a bunch of, like, normally has a bunch of gears here, you know, because it's your like 11 speed, right? Now there's gears, there's like one there, and there's a bigger one, and there's a bigger one, and there's a bigger one, right? We want to aim for this one because it gives us the maximum big to small. Big to small means little motors can push you, right? So since I borked this I was trying to shave off this thing. I was trying to get this rod off by unbolting it. I don't want to be all classy. I want to unbolt it, right? What happened is this unbolted and all the guts fell out, right? So I had to order on eBay an actual real flywheel, which was a blessing, because this one has a limiter. It was all corroded up from it's almost a tank engine, the little engine that couldn't because, you know, it was in the scrapyard and everything. But anyway, I should have just drawn this off and I've been good to go. Then I'd have done the whole like here, do the diagram one time. Engine drives here, guys. That one gear I said, you know, then a chain goes down to that flywheel thing. It's right here, you know. Then this gear over here goes onto here. Then I had motor, chain, and I've been driving. You know, I've probably been driving my bicycle. Maybe not that fast, but I would have made an electric bicycle. Now what I did is I ordered a professional flywheel, which is like a fraction of this size, you know, and it's lubricated and ready to rumble, right? Efficient. I want something efficient. It's my bicycle, right? It's gonna be my e-bike, right? So I bought one for like $10. And I bought an engine, an official engine for 35 bucks, motor, 24 volt from. I have to put my batteries in serial, which is like, I think it's, I won't even say it online, but there's parallel on their serial wiring. And then you just put like, basically what I have to do is put 2 lawn and garden batteries in the back of my thing. Bingo bango. Then it's the same design, you know. Engine, drive shaft, gear. Gear gets a chain to the freewheel. Freewheel goes here. You need a freewheel here because if I pedal, like I want to be able to pedal my bike. I want to be able to pedal the bike. So, I'm pedaling the bike, right? And the gear's going forward. Now, if the gear's going forward and this was like right on the engine, it would push the engine backwards and then break the engine, right? So this freewheel means like pedals and this chain will go and it's just wasting energy, but it's not that much energy, right? So, anyway, electric bike. My total cost. Let's see here. Let's see. 35 bucks for the engine now. $10 for my flywheel coming in the mail, and then probably like 30 bucks times 2 for the batteries. The bike was free. Scrap parts for like the trigger mechanism and everything. So if you ignore the batteries, this is a $45 electric bike conversion, and plus time, right? Pretty cool, right?